Hey guys, this is Martha Reading Hedgehog with part 1 of my October book haul. This month was crazy. Before you start judging me and saying you just spend way too much on books, which I still do, but there's several reasons why I got so many books. Part of them is, yes, I had a lot of new releases that I bought this month, but also my bosses went to like this big book thing. It's kind of like BookCon or BEA, only smaller. And they brought back a bunch of books for review for me because I'm in charge of the young adult and middle grade sections of where I work. So a lot of them are free. And then also I went to Half Price Books Outlet because they had a sale of where all of their books were $1. And I got like 25 books for $28, and I'm not going to beat myself up with that at all because that is a super, super good deal and I wasn't going to pass that up. So I don't know how many books I've hauled so far, because I still have new releases coming in, but I'm filming this part of the book haul so I can have it out of the way and I can enjoy recording the rest, the other hauls, and not become a chore and stuff, because I got a lot of books, but I will give you the total, in the description or like in my last review. So obviously I'm doing this backwards again. I usually do new releases first, but I'm going to show you the books I got at Half Price Books, each of them $1. And yeah, so I'm going to show you those first. They're all used and awesome and things like that. So let's get started We'll start with these three. So I bought A Light in the Storm, The Civil War Diary of Amelia Martin. It's a Dear America book. I have a bunch of these. I'm trying to get all of them. So when I find a good condition one for like $1, like this one, I go ahead and get it. Because I do really like them. Then I got The Prophet of Yonwood by Jean Duprat. This is the third book in the Ember series and also the prequel. I have read it. I didn't really like it all that much, but it's been a while since I've read it. I remember being kind of disappointed, but I have a thing of buying, and if I own a series I have to buy all of the books, so I bought this one. Again, it was $1. Then I bought The Sorceress by Michael Scott. This is book 3 in the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series. I don't have any others, but again, this was $1, and this is a series that's been on my TBR list for a long time. So I went ahead and got it because it was in super good condition. Then I got The Star of Kazan by Eva Ibbotson. I've read tons of Eva Ibbotson books. She is one of my favorite writers. And I have read this a long, long, long time ago, and I look forward to reading it again now that it's part of my collection. And I remember it being one of her more boring ones, but still. Then I bought The 10th City by Patrick Harmon. This is the third book in the Land of Elyon series. I have the first 2 books in this series. I need to get the rest so I can finally read it. I've heard good things about it. Then I bought The Ever After Bird by Anne Rinaldi because I love Anne Rinaldi. I have read this one and I liked it. It was really good, so I bought it because I like collecting her books. And then I bought Twilight by Aaron Hunter. This is book 5 in the New Prophecy Warriors series. I'm trying to buy all these books so I can finally read them, and I don't buy them new. I always buy them cheap used because I just prefer it that way. There's too many books in that series to buy all of them new. Then I bought The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. This is book 3 in his Dark Materials trilogy. I read the first one a long time ago, thought it was weird, and I really do want to finish the series trilogy, so found this and bought it. Now I just need the first book. Then I bought Hurricane Gold and Double or Die by Charlie Higson. These are book 4 and book 3 in the Young Bond series. I read the first one a long time ago, thought it was interesting, and I want to continue on with this series, so I bought those 2 because they were there, and again, massively cheap. Then I bought Outcast by Aaron Hunter. This is book 3 in the Power of 3 Warriors series. I almost got all of those, so I can start reading that series soon. And then I bought The Emerald Atlas by John Stevens. This is the first book in the Book of Beginnings series, and I bought this copy because it is actually signed by the author. I don't know anything about this series. I've never heard of it. So I bought it because it's pretty, it sounded interesting, and it was signed, and it was $1, so I got it. Then I got Gregor and the Code of Claw by Suzanne Collins. This is book 5 in the Underland Chronicles series, and also the last book in the series. And this is on my list to read, has been for a while, and found this. I know these are hard to find hardcover now, so I picked it up while I could, even though I don't have the others. Then I bought Dark Whispers by Bruce Coville. This is the 3rd book in the Unicorn Chronicles. I read this a long time ago. Really remember liking it. And so obviously I bought the 3rd book because I want the entire series. Then I bought a copy of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain because I'm collecting classics and I don't have that one yet, even though I have read it. Then I bought The Shakespeare Stealer by Gary Blackwood. This is the 1st book in the Shakespeare trilogy. And I have book 3. Yes, book 3, so I need to find book 2, which is probably going to take forever. And they're not easy to find anymore. Then I got Angel on the Square by Gloria Whalen. This is the 1st book in her St. Petersburg series. I think there's 4 books in the series. Read this a long time ago, really liked it. It's historical fiction. Set right before the Bolshevik Revolution, and then it follows a family and their just a family. It follows a family and the kids and stuff throughout the series, and it's really, really good and really interesting. Next, I bought Dragonsdale by Salamanda Drake. This is the 1st book in the Dragonsdale series. I read this a long time ago. It was cute and adorable, and just look at this copy. I had to buy it, even though I don't think the series will be written anymore. So I bought it because it's adorable and just awesome looking. Then I bought Rumors by Anna Godberson. This is the 2nd book in the Lux series that has nothing to do with Obsidian and aliens. This is historical fiction, romance, scandal, things like that. I remember reading the 1st book, liking it. Started reading this one, didn't finish it because at the time I really was actually kind of too young to be reading it. It's more than a little suggestive, so I shouldn't have been reading it when I did. So I stopped reading it. But now I do want to finish the series because I've heard that it does get better. Then I bought What I Saw and How I Lied by Judy Blundell. This is also historical fiction, World War II or post World War II. Scandal and things like that. I read this a long time ago and did remember liking it. It's kind of a mystery. Then I bought Once Upon a Curse by E.D. Baker, the 3rd book in the Frog Princess series. This is a series that's got a lot of books too, so I might as well start collecting them now so I can read them all. And then I bought Snow and Summer by Jane Yolen. This is kind of a newish book. I think it's maybe 1 or 2 years old. Fairy tale retelling of Snow White, obviously. I think it takes place in modern times, but I've had it on my list for a long time and was thrilled to find it. Then I bought The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer, the 1st book in the, Mateo Alecran series, or duology. This is actually going to be my book club's February read, so of course when I found a copy I picked it up because I'm going to have to buy it eventually. Then I bought Cleopatra Confesses by Carolyn Mayer, because I buy a lot of Carolyn Mayer books because I just enjoy them. And again, this is historical fiction in case you couldn't tell. About Cleopatra, when she was a teen. Next, I bought Into the Dark by Peter Abrahams. This is the 3rd book in the Echo Falls mystery. It's been ages since I've read this series. I never did read this one, but I read the first 2 and remember liking it, and I can't believe I found this, so I got it because I couldn't. Then I bought Ravensgate by Anthony Horowitz, the 1st book in the Gatekeepers series. I have 2 and 3, so now I have 1. And I just need to buy the next few in the series, and I'll be complete. Oops. As usual, I bought a bunch of Dinotopia books this month. So the ones I have this month is book 11, Chomper by Donald F. Glutt. And then book 12, Return to Lost City by Scott Cianson, which I think was one of my favorites as a kid. And I bought book 13, Survive by Brad Strickland. And book 14, The Explorers by Scott Cianson. And then